Namaskar. Myself, JVN Professor K.K. Chaudhary, Faculty of Education and Methodology. Today we will discuss about the annual physiology topic, BSc B.Ed ZVC Semester 4, that is the digestion and histology of the salivary gland. Before starting the digestion, first we should know about the nutrients. What are the nutrients? Our body requires regularly the energy and proteins for building up the other cells, the repair of the body tissues. So the nutrients are the substances which provide regular energy to our body, and the process is known as the nutrition. Then come on the digestion. The digestion is the breakdown of large food particles into the simple food particles with the help of enzymes. Or you can say the digestion is the diffusion of non-diffusible into the diffusible substances with the help of the enzymes. Due to the breakdown of the large food particles, their surface area have been increased, and due to the increase of the surface area, there is maximum enzymes can work upon it, and the digestion become easier. In the digestion, there are 6 basic processes. First is ingestion. Ingestion means the taking up of the food with the help of the mouth. Then second is the secretion. Secretion, there is about 7 liters of the liquid have been secreted daily in our alimentary canal. Then digestion. Digestion are of 2 types: extracellular digestion as well as intracellular digestion. In extracellular digestion, you can find here that it is extra. Extra means outside the cell. Outside the cell. Intra, inside the cell. So in human beings, higher animals, the digestion of the food takes place extracellularly. Extracellular means the digestion of food takes place outside the cell. In the alimentary canal, that is a tube-like structure. But in intracellular, the digestion of the food takes place inside the cell by forming the food vacuoles, and the lysosomes and other enzymes work upon it. Then mixing and the propulsion. Mixing and propulsion. Mixing, food is mixed with the enzymes and mucus into the stomach and also into the mouth with the, like after cutting with the teeth. Then assimilation, after absorption. Absorption, after digestion the food is absorbed. Absorption of the food takes place only into the small intestine. After small intestine, there will be no digestion of the food particles take place. Only absorption and digestion. Okay? Then the absorption only takes place into the small intestine. After small intestine, there is no absorption of the any type of the food material or nutrients have been possible. Then in large intestine, only there is absorption of water take place. And in stomach, there is absorption of the alcohol. Then assimilation. Assimilation means absorb food particles that are used for the building or repair of our tissues, the formation of the proteins, formation of the fats which are required into the body. And the last is the egestion. And egestion, you can say that after indigestion, meaning food that will be not digested, absorbed, that is considered as the waste material and throughout from our body outside. Okay. Then come on the salivary glands. Salivary glands have the acids. Such type of the structure, acids are present, which are connected to each other by the interlobular and intralobular ducts, and then this duct is open into the main duct, and which the main duct open into the mouth. These acids have the two type of the cells, serous cells and the mucous cells. Serous cells and mucous cells. Serous cells secretes the enzymes and mucous cells secrete the mucus. They also have the mixture of both two cells. And these cells, acinine cells, have the actin and myosins. Actin and myosins, which act as a contraction and relaxation of the acids to release the material, that is a liquid formed into the acids. And after formation into the acids, this is a grapes-like structure. They enter into the interlobular duct, then intralobular duct, and at last they enter into the main duct, which open into the mouth. In the secretion of the salivary gland, there is sodium ions and the chloride ions are absorbed, and bicarbonate ions and potassium ions are released. The material secreted by the acids is known as the primary secretion, and this primary secretion undergoes modification into the interlobular intralobular ducts. And in modification, what happens? There is absorption of the sodium ions and chloride ions and secretion of the bicarbonate ions and potassium ions. Okay. So the liquid, the material secreted at last after modification have less amount of less concentration of sodium ions and chloride ions, but high concentration of bicarbonate ion and potassium ions. So the material liquid which have such type of concentration, you can say that is the saliva, which is hypotonic in concentration. Okay. Then what is the composition of the saliva? Composition of saliva. Saliva is 99.5% water, and about 1 to 1.5 liter of the saliva have been secreted daily into a mouth. In 99.5% is water, and 0.5% have the organic as well as inorganic constituent. Inorganic constituents. In inorganic constituents, it have the sodium ions, chloride ions, bicarbonate ions, and the potassium ions. And in organic constituents, it have the some enzymes. It has the mucus, immunoglobulin A, lysozyme, lingual lipase, and salivary amylase. These constituents are the part of the organic constituents. Mucus for the lubrication of the food, help into the lubrication to keep the food moist and easily to swallow. And second, immunoglobulin A, that is act against the cancer. Okay, lysozyme which disinfect the food for use for the killing of the bacteria, and lingual lipase that act on the fats and lipids, and salivary amylase, which before some time is known as the ptyalin, now the name is known as the salivary amylase. It is used for the digestion of the carbohydrates. Okay. Then secretion of the saliva is under the control of how you regulate the spontaneous and non-spontaneous. Spontaneous, saliva is secreted daily within 24 hours to keep your mouth moist. And in non-spontaneous, it is by the stimulus. Stimulus it may be psychological, maybe by the taste, by visual, you can say it. Then saliva, how protect it the glands? What is the function of the saliva? Saliva act as a first the digestion of the lingual lipase and salivary amylase. Both enzymes are present, and salivary amylase help in the digestion of the carbohydrates, and lingual lipase help into the digestion of the lipids. Then it is also protective. You can see that before vomiting there is salivation have been take place, and this saliva contain the mucus which wrap up your teeth and the tongues to prevent it from the HCl, which have the high pH from the stomach. So it is also have a protective roles. So this is all about the salivary glands, its regulation, its mechanism and its function. Thank you very much.